Very stressful. But Copel pulling that one out. Unfortunately, I do believe Copel did get 9th, just short of top 8, but great run from him. Making it all the way to winner's quarters.
It's fine.
Definitely not a bad showing from Copel, but here we're going to have Dylster instead.
Dylster and Lucy.
Dylster and Lucy. Now this, I do believe we're getting Donkey Kong Rob.
Donkey Kong Rob, you think? Is that Dyl's playing Donkey Kong now?
I believe so. That was who went against Copel, yeah.
Ah, I see. Hey, at least Copel won the one.
Yeah, Dylster actually beating Boo Bear 3-1.
Really?
DK Rob and DK Palu.
I didn't know Dyl's DK was so real.
Lucy,
it's been a
Lucy,
while.
3-1 over Broly to get here. Yeah, it does look like, oh, actually Ike.
Oh, we're seeing
Ike DK. Good matchup for Ike. Obviously, I will say it's in his favor, but oh, never mind. We are getting Ike Lucina.
we're seeing the
very
classics for these
interesting matchup here.
We're seeing the
I think it's even.
No,
or
this is
a bit in
this
Lucina's favor. I actually, never mind. A bit in Lucina's favor.
Yes.
You're gonna want to see Dylster try to keep Ike away, but Ike once again with this incredibly safe nair, he's gonna want to be playing this up close game with it. But Dylster getting the first hit right now.
I think because we're in top 8, we're seeing the real mains come out as Lucy, aka Hawk, known for being a very, very strong duos Ike player as well as obviously a normal Ike player. And Dyl, as you were talking about his DK, nothing to be scoffed at. But I think we all know the Dyl Lucina. It's very, very famous around here as well.
Very skilled. Very good on Lucina.
Dyl might not play Lucina all that much.
Relatively even game. You do have Dylster in that 40% lead, but Lucy slowly chipping away at it. And you're going to want to see what happens as these players adapt to each other. You're going to want to see what happens at the ledge game. You're going to see what type of risks these players want to take, because that's where they're going to be a lot of the time. They're going to be taking a lot of heavy knockback, and they're going to have to recover against two very scary characters. But
like you were saying before, I feel like Dyl on Lucina has the slight advantage here. Lucina's recovery is a little bit more flexible. It goes a little bit further. It's significantly more difficult to interrupt as well. Also, whenever I usually think Lucina can go a lot deeper off stage.
Oh yes, Ike is like, Ike does have very good, he does have the side B along with his up B to mix it up, but you can often predict exactly where he wants to go.
Yep.
But oh, that was scary there, but the dash attack killing, and Lucy takes the first lead of the set. And now on a big stage like PS2,
that was a pretty cool
doesn't get punished right away, but we're going to see how much Lucy is able to tack onto the second stock before Dylster finds a straight backer, finds an F smash, finds some type of confirm.
I think we're going to be seeing fishing for an F smash because that's usually what Lucina wants to do.
Yeah.
However, we are seeing Lucy take a pretty commanding lead so far. Already up 60%
already
into the
65
second stock.
on this second stock. And now 70. We're going to see how high this can be extended. If this gets into the 100+ range, I'm very scared if I'm Dylster, but he has the confidence.
Dyl has the confidence, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he has the confidence regardless of how far he's down, but even he would agree, very scary lead against a character like Ike.
Ike, the character, arguably just better Ganon. You never know when he'll just blow you up. He'll never know when he just blow you up. But
Dylster staying under 100.
Yep.
A lot of
just barely, but yep. Any straight hit converted over to 100. Equal stocks now.
Back air missing out, but gets the up tilt. Missing the side B, but not punished.
Nope, no punish. More dancing.
Now Lucy taking 40 unanswered, but getting that down tilt. Holding mid-stage, this is what you want to do as Ike, this is pretty much what you have to do, but dash attack missing, getting punished with the dancing blade into the F-tilt, but recovering safely, but...
If I'm Lucy, any stray Aether, any stray back...
Oh, 3 F-tilts in a row, punishing Lucy for not teching, but the up air, very great move, and Lucy holding onto the lead. This is what you want to see from Ike.
We're still seeing the 120 there, so this could be an even gain if Dyl takes the stock in the next few seconds here. We'll see how much...
the up B, not doing nearly enough yet, but the side B not connecting. We do have an even game.
Perfectly even, actually. 0% on both last stock. Game 1. Trading spot dodges right there in neutral.
Yeah, I notice all the empty ops coming out. No player really wants to commit into an option until Dylster comes in with the up tilts into... Not thinking of a dancing blade. Lucy comes in, evening it up. And goes for the tomahawk grab. Both players missing grabs there.
Yeah, both players missing grabs. I think we've seen a decent amount of grabs being whiffed here, but I think that's pretty common for sorties because sorties are really allowed to pressure at a range with range disjoints, obviously. So the threat of a grab is so scary because you never know when they're going to throw out a disjoint. And when they like cross at your shields, approach you in any way, you never know what they're going to be doing, especially with these two players. They are very strong players.
Yeah, and now you have Dylster rocking a 70% lead, and now all of a sudden, misfacing that nair, getting the up B, but missing the counter actually, giving Lucy another chance here. Gets the grab. Not getting much off it, getting this pressure, forcing the air dodge, but getting fared, and F tilt should take game one. Dylster bringing that back. Very impressive.
You can see that.
I'd like to see that against a character like Ike. That's what Lucina needs to do. You need to be able to close out those games. Lucina does have the tools, but it takes a good player to make sure you get things done, and that is what Dylster does. And now,
saw the little
small battlefield pick here from Lucy.
Are we doing X versus 0?
Good choice.
We saw the little stress shake off from Dill at the end of that set there. I can imagine this is very stressful for both players.
Oh yeah, very.
Especially when I see them both playing their mains at this point in top 8, you can tell they're going serious. There is a lot of money on the line for this tournament.
Yeah, loser here getting 7th, but both players, I think they want to make it a bit further into bracket, and to do that, they need to take a just as talented player out with them.
I really enjoy watching this because they're both, it looks like they're playing aggressive, but they're actually both playing very patiently.
And then you see Dylster taking advantage of Lucy's first like 20 seconds of movement, and finally getting the hit.
No follow-up, just straight
nair,
down tilt.
up tilt, good pressure with the up air, forcing out the jump, and Lucy showing doesn't want to give up just yet. Doesn't want to give up the stock. Quick 70, but you can bring that back as like, and see, now dead even.
Dead even.
But Dylster getting the fares. Dylster's going to get these hits, and Lucy's looking for these hits a lot in neutral, and I do like this pick of small battlefield proving good with the nair up air kill.
Within the first minute, already a stock up.
Another lead, keeping below 100%, and now you want to get as much extra credit as you can.
Oh, yes.
You saw you got less than 100, you only got 92, and apparently that wasn't enough to snowball a lead, and missing the F smash. But doesn't get punished. Missed turnaround grab.
I feel like that might have been a misinput.
Yeah, maybe snapback.
Maybe snapback, that's true.
Lucy
this is
not want to give this chance to go.
This is an amazing stage for Ike.
Oh, yes.
I can imagine this was the...
These blast zones very favorable, and now... Oh, unfortunately, the hitbox ending right before that counter can connect.
And that happened again. So, we're seeing this lead being carried
Rage
forward.
Ike on a smaller stage than PS2, already at 39% on Dylster's second stock, and Lucy's been recovering.
Yeah.
And hits an Aether, now 60%.
That does an easy 20, 30%.
Oh, yes, very strong move. And you just got to admire the confidence from Lucy to throw that out, because if you miss that, you get stuck in a ledge track situation.
Yep.
But now Dylster only at 68 this game.
If we're going to see any more poking percents here, obviously that is the goal, but we're going to see the very slow neutral.
And Dylster's now going to look for these F tilts, these up tilts, these nairs, but Lucy not letting him back in. And almost gets the punish on the roll, but doesn't act on it right away. The background shield going to force, Dancing Blade, and now got a good 30 on.
I'm curious
Make that 50.
I'm curious at all the Dancing Blade decisions. It's not that it's a bad move in this game. It's actually a very good move in this game.
Oh, the down smash killing. But yes, Dylster's use of Dancing Blade has been very interesting. And it's been at spacings where Lucy's not 100% confident if he can punish it or not. He most likely can get those punishes, but it's a thing where you're scared of Lucina. You don't want to have all of a sudden taking like 20, 30% off a Dancing Blade, and you're going to feel stupid for it. But Lucy in the lead again, taking the second stock first. This is what you want to see. But Dylster's edge guards have been amazing. Missed Aether, but gets back to ledge. Put in another ledge trap situation.
Doing it again.
Repeating the process. Sometimes you got it. Got to put the fear.
We're seeing the patient play. Lucy knows he's to stock up. And is that 140?
Good dash attack read. That'll kill. Even game. Dylster once again showing he can bring these games back. And he looks like he wants to bring this to 2-0. And then
I have a feeling.
Using these Dancing Blades, these up Bs, a very good special choice for Dylster in these situations. A lot of players, they'll get really scared in these up-close situations, and they won't know what options to pick. But Dylster, he goes in with his game plan, and he's been acting on it consistently. But this is still Ike we're talking about. Lucy, incredible player.
Yes.
you don't want to give neither player wants to give the other an opening. So you're not going to see some of these hard reads with smash attacks. You're just going to see the same patient play you've seen from the last game and a half. And now, still an even game.
Still even. I mean, every game's even against Ike. At any point, he can easily blow you up. Because that up air kills ridiculously early. Any of the smash attacks as we saw before. Oh, that's
scary, but
no, it was not enough.
Counter again.
Actually, I don't even know if you can counter there because it immediately snapped to ledge.
I do believe that would have.
Really?
The hitbox comes out if you hit someone.
Yes.
It's just a thing. The reason it wasn't happening earlier was because the hitbox was ending. And
yes.
he was gliding.
Well, yeah, because that was further off stage. I feel like here.
Hitting the Aether, 94%. Both characters at effectively 100+%. And we're going to see Rage take a lot of factor. These stray hits are going to be hurting a lot more. You see there, Ike F tilt very strong. But
fair.
Now another side to recover. Oh, the up tilt, and now
does take it off.
Dylster takes another game where he was behind for most of it.
Yeah.
And now 2-0. Very scary for Lucy. I do think he'll probably end up sticking with the Ike.
Yes. No, I don't see.
From here on out,
I don't see a character swap happening.
You haven't been doing bad in the neutral. You haven't been securing a lot of your kills. You see another smaller stage with Smashville now, and Lucy knows what his game plan is. He just wants to play purely, I want to kill you before you kill me.
Yep.
And I'm going to make sure that happens, and I'm going to tack on all this %, which has been happening for most of the stocks, but the thing is, Dylster's last stock being incredible as we start Game 3 on Smashville. Dylster up 2-0 now.
I would definitely not count Lucy out here. As we've seen, every single game has gone to last stock 0-0 on both sides. Also, we've seen some very spectacular Lucy play in Ike play on this stage in the past at older tournaments. I remember watching it at Frostbite. That was exciting.
And one thing specifically you're going to be looking for is how Lucy and Dylster command stage control via the platform and the area under the platform. As you see early, both players are trying to keep that area. They want to keep you above them. And they just want to try and force you to come into them and trying to come to that platform for refuge. That's walking in, but unfortunately the up air not killing, but Lucy, another early lead. Up by 10%. Very doable for both these characters to kill, and
one thing I would
want to take the first stock here.
One thing I would love to make note of is both of these players' composure. Even though Lucy is down 2-0 and just lost the first stock of this game, never mind.
And now
they lost the first stock, but now it's still
two stocks.
Is both of these players are still playing as good as they were game 1. Their composure is incredible. There hasn't really been any signs.
Now that the set's been going on for a few games, Dylster, you see a lot of the mix up with dancing blade, going for side up, or maybe even not finishing it at all to bait out a defensive option. And Lucy falling for a couple of them, falling a bit behind, but Aether bringing it a lot closer. Still only 18% separating these two players. Still scary for both players, though. The thing is, Lucy's used to having a lead in the early stocks, which isn't there, but very doable for Ike still.
Yes.
You want to take the second stock first. It hasn't mattered too much in the first 2 games, but you still want it. You need to make use of it. You need to make use of that last stock, and that starts with taking it in the first place.
To touch on what you're talking about is dancing blade options to bait out defensive options. A lot of the Ike matchup in general, especially when you're playing another character that has to get on top of, like, you try your best to fish out Aether at any point. At any point, if you can fish out Aether and get a free punish, that's a lot of % or a possible stock depending on the situation.
And one thing that Lucy does have going for him, he's very comfortable on the platform. He's not shaken up by Dylster taking these 2 games.
Nope. Keeping
his composure ready, and he's going to make this competitive. He doesn't want to go down without a fight, and
those two telegraphs. What a shame.
Almost. But this Aether does kill. This does kill. Even on last stock, Lucid, not a bad position still.
Nope.
Last stock has not worked out in the first 2 games, but it can always change. There's always time. I know, another Dancing Blade, tacking on a quick % and forcing out the Aether, which is just another ledge trap. But Lucy getting off, commanding use of that middle stage. Dylster taking it right back.
I think from what we've seen from this gameplay, we have seen Lucy get a lot more out of the use of the platform in center stage than we've seen Dill take.
And Dylster's been comfortable taking just the size. That's all he's been needing right now.
That's all you need.
Once again, a commanding last stock lead, which is, once again, not what you want to see. Very scary. It does look like Dylster actually is commanding this last stock. He's winning 90% of the interactions. Still Ike, of course. You could get this last second comeback, but...
like that. There's
make me eat my words, but
There's a few tacked on percent there. At what point do you think on this stage Ike up air would kill?
I do want to say, if you get hit at 80% with a landing near into up air, I'm very scared if I'm Dylster, and that's in the realm of possibility with Rage Ike. Now at max Rage, this is scary. Not getting the counter. Oh, 67%. Oh, another Dancing Blade.
Trying to bait out Ether, but it didn't really come out here.
Left tilt not hitting. This
160
is, good Tomahawk.
See, 80%.
Now this 80. This is
falling
very
near
scary.
up air. That's easy to 100%.
Oh,
no,
and then
the missed tech in the up air.
3-0 from Dylster. Very good last stocks. Didn't play the first two stocks too well in the first two games. Brought it all together in game 3, and that's a 3-0.